Imagine this. You have met the man of your dreams and you're sure you're about to get engaged until he tells you that there's no way he's going to propose until after you have his baby. Now, if that is not the most blatant example of putting the cart before the horse, I don't know what is. But on today's case, Ms. Washington says that's what Mr. Jules told her, and she's not having it. If that wasn't enough, she says Mr. Jules is a controlling cheater who is unsupportive of her dreams. She's here in my courtroom today to finally take a stand. Let's hear their case.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Washington versus Jules.
Thank you very much, Ms. Washington, Mr. Jules. Ms. Washington, you say Mr. Jules is controlling, apathetic, and apprehensive about getting married. You need to see change and more of a commitment, or you say you will walk away.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Jules, you say Ms. Washington's insecurities and lack of trust have created issues within your relationship. You want to fix your problems before you even consider getting married.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Washington, Mr. Jules, I'm trying to figure out if there's something here, because you've been together for 3 years. Mr. Jules already has one child from a previous relationship, but you're supposed to be getting engaged, yet there's a hold on it. Why are we in court today, Ms. Washington?
Because he's controlling, he's unsupportive, and he expects me to have his baby before he married me. And I told him that if I marry him, it will have to be because he wants to be with me.
It's more than that. It's more than that, Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Jules?
It's mainly, I'm here today because I want her to understand that, you know, the situations that we be having is because of her lack of, you know, her insecurities. You know, she don't have an ambition, you know, and she's have trust issues. So the baby thing is more than that, but the baby thing, I will admit to that, that's a part of it too, but it's more to it though.
It's interesting you say she doesn't have ambition, because I know, Ms. Washington, you really do have like a plan set for what you see your life.
Yes.
And how you see it developing. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So why don't you take me back to how you all met so I can figure out what got us to court here today.
Okay, we met through online dating. He was over the road and I was living in student housing. So he used to come back and forth to visit me and we made it official. And then last year he was like, he wanted us to move in together and live together. So we've been together ever since after that.
Okay, and what kind of work do you do?
I'm a CNA.
Okay, wonderful. And Mr. Jules, what kind of work do you do?
I'm a truck driver.
Okay, so you are on the road quite a bit.
Well, not now, but when we met, I was.
Okay. Ms. Washington, you said Mr. Jules is controlling. I don't
Yes.
understand.
Because one time me and my friend planned a trip to New Orleans and we saved up and we had everything, the room arrangements and everything. So I finally told him and he put a stop to it. He said, I can't go anywhere without him because men could be around. And
Okay, wait a minute. How old are you?
I'm 28.
You not his child?
I know, that's what I be saying to him. Like, why can't I do anything?
Wait a minute, Mr. Jules, why you say she couldn't go on the trip?
So I'm not her protector?
Yeah, you can be her protector, but she's a grown woman. She can go on a trip.
Yeah, but the trips that she wants to go on, some of the friends that she have, I don't really trust them like that. And, you know, I don't think it's just a good idea for her to do it because it's not safe.
Okay, but you don't get to have a say-so in what I do as your wife until you make me your wife. No, but seriously.
Yeah.
I understand, Your Honor.
No, you set the parameters, sir. You said we're not married.
Exactly.
So how you gonna act like a husband if you're not making her a wife? You want wifely actions from a girlfriend.
Thank you.
And you, Miss Washington, why are you letting somebody tell you, a grown woman, what to do?
It's because I love him and, you know, I love really hard. So I'm really kind of attached to him and I want to show him like, okay, I could be a wife. Like I'm trying to prove it to him. And it seemed like it's not working because he still won't marry me, so.
Okay, well, the fact that you allowed anybody to tell you what you could and could not do That speaks to you.
Yes.
That's on you.
Yeah.
Was there any other incidents?
Yes, the skirt. I wore a nice skirt. I was going out to the club with my friends. He walked in the room, he said, take it off immediately. And I was like, no, why I gotta take off the skirt? I look good in this skirt. You're not gonna keep telling me what I can wear. And he was like, oh, you got to. And I just ran out the door and grabbed the keys because I'm not changing my outfit.
But wait a minute, Mr. Jules, what was wrong with the skirt? Did she look too sexy?
I felt like it was just, I feel like, you know, it was just something not made for someone who's in a relationship. That was it, you know?
I mean, wait a minute. Was her butt showing?
Yes.
That's a, oh my.
She doesn't even look like the kind of little young lady that, you know, be walking out like that.
Looks to be deceiving.
Oh, so
Okay.
you telling me it was too naked of a dress?
Yes.
What did the dress look like? I wish I had a picture so I
It
could
was
see.
literally like down, like.
Here, step out to the side. What do you mean?
Like down to my knees, like right here.
That's cap. It was shorter than that.
How short was the dress?
It was about like showing where her cheeks is at and
That's a lie.
I can't imagine that she walked out with her butt out. I just cannot imagine. So you telling me that this young woman was walking out with her behind out?
yes.
Okay. And you were not happy about it?
No, I was not.
What I don't understand is when you pick yourself a beautiful tenderoni, why are you mad that she looked beautiful? I don't understand. You picked her. You picked her because she's beautiful.
Well, obviously it must be on my end that, you know, I feel like, you know, I don't want to lose her. I don't want other guys to try to, you know, take her from me.
Somebody shouldn't be able to take somebody from you if, in fact, you're doing the right thing.
Right, but if that person's insecure, though, and overly sensitive,
No, I'm not.
sometimes, you know, I do know, me as a man, that men play on emotions like that with women, you know, so.
So you think she is easily manipulated?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
So if you were out at a club, would you know if somebody was inappropriate with you?
Yeah, of course.
And you'd know how to reject them?
Yes, I reject guys all the time.
You told me you've been trying to make ends meet by bartending.
He wouldn't let me do it, so I didn't get a chance to do it. I asked him, can I do it, because he's not supportive.
Mr. Jules, you hear how that sounds.
I don't feel like, you know, it's safe because sometimes bartending, you know, there's thirsty guys out there.
How does the dynamic work in your house? You both work outside of the home? You contribute to the finances?
I do.
What do you mean?
I'm the breadwinner. He don't do anything but put his money towards his music.
Okay, now wait a minute. Now everybody got to work. Mr. Jules, you just told me you're the truck driver.
Yes, I do. And right now I work but when I work, I do help her when I can. We had an agreement of when I had my music thing going on, of she would take over and, you know, help out and basically take all the bills until I get where I need to with my music when it excel, and then I reimburse her. But I don't just let her take all the responsibility of the bills. I help out when I can.
But wait a minute. Y'all been together 3 years. Miss Washington, have you been supporting this relationship for those 3 years?
Majority, yes. He pretended like he was going to help in the beginning, and then it's like he wanted me to move in so I can just pay for everything while he invests more in his music instead of the bills.
Okay, so Mr. Jules, this lady is over here doing the doggone thing. I mean, she really doing the thing. If
Right.
she's holding down the family.
Right, yes, she is, but that's something that she feels like, you know, oh, she has to do, you get me? Because everybody got to pay their bills and stuff, but she wants to do other things too, that her ambition, like, is like, she tries it and then she gets off, you know, change it up and switch it up. You know?
I don't know about that, but I do know you can't tell me that this child is not ambitious when she's up here holding down the household. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. You told me you've been trying to make ends meet by bartending.
Yes.
Does Mr. Jules, is he supportive of that?
He wouldn't let me do it, so I didn't get a chance to do it. I asked him, can I do it, because he's not supportive. Like, I have to pay everything by myself, and I needed extra money, you know, for the rent and everything.
Mr. Jules, you hear how that sounds. You don't want her to work at the bartending?
Well, that's only because I don't feel like, you know, it's safe because sometimes bartending, you know, there's thirsty guys out there, you know, and, you know, some guys, you know, might want to take advantage of her, try to, you know, do things and play on her emotions. And to me personally, I just feel like, you know, until she finds out like, okay, I don't really want a guy, but I can't let him play on me, I would feel more comfortable with that because I don't think she's, you know, cool with the fact that, you know, other guys may want to get at her, but I don't know. I don't want her to, I just don't want her to
I just need the money.
And be a bartender. I'm gonna just be honest.
But okay, not for nothing, but the rent got to be paid every month. And the rent man or woman, they're going to be knocking on the door for the rent. So if you don't want her to go out and make any extra money, you're not willing to go out and help her, tell me who's going to pay for it.
Well, I do help her. Like, I fix cars, so I'm a mechanic. And, you know, I just recently sold my car. And, you know, when I sold my car, I broke her off. And I told her that was a part of the agreement. So when I broke her off, she was very appreciative of it. But I let her know, like, see, I do try, you know. But you did agree that when we met and I was doing my music and you understood that I had my own bills, too.
But you would not have a place to stay.
Exactly.
If Ms. Washington said, find another alternative. And so she's telling you, she's trying to be as communicative as possible, that she's kind of tired of being the only breadwinner. Ms. Washington, am I speaking for you or can you speak?
Yes, because, listen, you'd barely give me any money. Like, that $300 was gone after one day. That was nothing. That's just $300. The rent over is like over $1,000-something.
Over $1,000 a month.
Yes, and then he want to have a baby before he even give me a ring? That doesn't make any sense. We can't even afford a baby. I keep asking him how long would it take for him to marry me? And then he keeps saying, oh, you got to have the baby first before he even think about buying a ring or anything.
Ms. Washington, he not buying a ring, he can't afford it. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content. I'm confused. Why would you want her to have the baby if you don't think she's mature enough to be a wife? What makes you think she's mature enough to be a mother?
That's a good point. Well, I told her about the baby thing, you know, and I do admit to that, but it's more than just the baby thing, though, you know, and I just wanted to have a child because I already had one child and he's 8, so I kind of want another child, but I just
you can't afford it. And then...
There's more?
Yes. And then I keep asking him how long would it take for him to marry me? And then he keeps saying, oh, you got to have the baby first before he even think about buying a ring or anything.
Ms. Washington, he not buying a ring, he can't afford it. Because the music has not taken off.
That's why I keep telling him, like, why, like, just let's do this together. Let's get, like, I don't know.
But I'm here to ask you a tough question. Why do you want to get married? Why do you want to get married?
And my time clock is ticking. Like, I'm almost 30. I don't have any kids, anything. And I'm not a baby mama. So you have to give me a ring, and then I push your baby out. I just can't do the baby mama thing.
But no, sincerely, why would you want to be married to somebody who can't provide for you and the baby? I'm just asking a real tough question. Ask yourself that.
Well, honestly, I feel like if we could just come to an agreement, you know, like, I don't mind providing for him because I believe in his dreams, you know? It's more than that. I just feel like I don't want to look crazy without a title.
So you don't mind looking crazy with a title?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even know how to respond to that because you are 28 years old and you obviously are ambitious and industrious. Why are you willing to settle for the title of wife without the privileges and benefits of wife. Do you know what a real marriage is?
I haven't seen one, but I feel like if I create one right now, this would be like the
You're
real.
creating a fantasy. You know, a marriage is a partnership.
I just feel like we could work it out. Like I just feel like it's hope there. I believe in him, and if he start to believe in my dreams, we could make something happen. And
Do you know how lucky a man you are that this young lady is willing to wait and lay in the cut for you? Do you know how lucky a man you are?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sincerely, you're not bringing nothing to the table but an appetite. I haven't heard any daggone thing you bringing to the table yet. What you bringing to the table? Cheating?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
He takes 2
we're not gonna
girls.
do all of this and cheating.
Yes, and I stick to him. Why can't he see that? Why
Wait a
can't
minute,
just
are
see
you
that?
sincere that you think he's cheating?
Yes, I looked through his phone. He was texting 2 girls, and I still stand beside him.
Texting 2 women with inappropriate texts?
Yes, but he claimed it was business purposes.
What did the text say?
The text said, "Where are you located?" And he said, "Are you gay?"
Okay.
That's what he asked her. He was asking her that. I guess he's asking because he liked women that, likes women. So I'm like, I know what that meant. He was like, "Oh, it's just for the music video." It wasn't.
What was that about, Mr. Jules?
Oh man, it was for a music video, and the person that I was texting, it was an artist, so we worked together, but it's only business purposes only. I never did anything with her. That's just.
But why were you asking her about her sexuality? There's an answer. I mean,
Answer.
come on
Exactly.
now. Why were you asking the artist about her sexuality if it was not about?
But she didn't catch me in the act, though.
No.
It's
Oh.
just a question, though. It ain't no. She didn't catch me in no act.
But Mr.
Stop
Jules,
me.
I'm asking you, why would you be interested in this woman's sexuality if it's an artist that is only supposed to be in a relationship with you for business purposes? You don't need to know her sexuality.
Exactly. And why they calling you 3 in the morning? They calling you 3 in the morning.
Come on, sir, help me.
You're right.
3 in the
I'll be man
morning.
enough to admit that you're right on that. I don't need to know about their sexuality.
No, not at all.
And then he get upset. He was like, "Well, you shouldn't have looked at my phone in the first place."
Well, you shouldn't be looking at the phone because you shouldn't need to.
I don't look through her phone, though. I never did.
Because you know she's not doing nothing.
Exactly.
All she wants from you is for you to make her your wife. And you can't even do that. And the reason you can't do that is because you know that you're going to be looking for the next. I'm sorry, Miss Washington. I can't be a part of this. I can't watch a young woman throw her whole life away. I just can't do it. It's never going to sit right with me. For you to care so little about your own self, your own self-esteem, that you would put up with that kind of stuff. Come on now, you're worth more. You're 100% worth more. Yeah. You don't have to put up with that. You really don't. Yeah. You will meet somebody. Girl, sincerely. And don't be so desperate. Don't be so desperate. Don't settle.
Yeah.
Don't settle for crap.
Right.
You absolutely need to be worth something else. Don't allow people to walk on you. No.
Right.
Under no circumstances. You better learn how to Beyonce up in here. You got all that Beyonce hair. You better learn how to say to the left, to the left. I will never understand what makes a woman that desperate.
Mr. When my music career excels, the only reason why he didn't let her go anywhere is because somebody's gonna snatch her up.
100%. And then that means that soft bed that he sleeps in every day is going to get a little harder.
Right.
She needs to tell him to take his pictures and his plants and put it in a cardboard box and keep it popping.
And run away.
And he ain't even that cute.
Made in Georgia.